Lynn Madeley from Euro Havas Worldwide, a very warm welcome to the Redzone. Now, it's interesting, we talk in the week of the Lurie's Advertising Festival. Why should marketers care about awards? Or should they?
I think they do need to care about awards. I think it's very easy to only care about ROI and sales. But I think if you have really fantastic work, that fantastic creative work is going to make sure that you exponentially increase your sales or get better return on investment. So I think you do need to care. Where the potential hole is that you get work that the creative industry and community love, but the consumers don't. And then really the creative is just for creative's sake, and that's not good advertising. Advertising is there to make the brand or the product the hero, not the advertising agency.
I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but what sort of questions should marketers be asking of their agency when it comes to award season? Because often one gets the impression agencies are simply overly obsessed with it.
I think I think obsession is bad, but I think focus is good. I think you need to be focused because it keeps the quality of your work up. It means that you have good young talent wanting to come into your business. It means you have people who are genuinely enthusiastic working on your account. So I think in that respect it is extremely important. The questions I ask is, regardless of awards season, would this piece of work be something that I would want to make for my company, my product or my brand? And if it isn't, frankly, it shouldn't be made.
All right, let's move away from creativity if we can. I wonder if agencies from a business perspective, and this is important, are keeping up with the demands that marketers are making in very adverse trading conditions.
I don't think they are. We talk a lot about the triangle of good, quick and cheap. And that you can have two, but you can't have all three. The reality is that marketers right now need all three, and agencies need to find a way of delivering that.
So what are those demands then?
The demands are that it's got to be turned around really quickly, it's got to be done so that it's cost effective, and it has to be a high quality. It is that simple. So we don't have the room to say, well, it can be good, but you can have it in 2 weeks. I've got an immediate business problem and I need you to help me to solve it. I think agencies need to be 100% focused on their brands from the moment they wake up in the morning to the moment they go to bed, and seeing opportunities on behalf of the client.
It's all about conversations that brands need to be having. You work hard, your agency works hard in the automotive space and also in the FMCG space. What are you doing to change that conversation?
I think the important thing is, and this is something which both the automotive and the FMCG businesses have trouble with, you can no longer shout what you want to say. You've got to be part of the conversation. So it means you've got to influence much more rather than tell. And that's really hard in tough economic times, because you want to tell, because your approach will be that if I tell and I push something at a client, at a consumer, it's going to be more effective. And actually, in truth, it actually works in the opposite direction. So
what does influence actually mean then, in this regard?
It means add value. And whether that is adding value because you are interesting, or whether it is because you have a great financial deal, that's what you've got to do. So you've got to be providing solutions to your consumers' needs. Now, whether that's price or efficacy of a product, or the fact that they just love you. You look at Apple. Apple is bought because Apple is loved. That's it. It's that simple.
But if it's about the price, surely you have to tell. You've got to be bellowing this from the rooftops.
I think the point is it's not only about the price. So part of value is price, but part of value is also being like me.
Let's talk a little bit about leadership in the agency perspective. There's nothing worse than giving an interview and then it comes back to haunt you. But this is what you said to Entrepreneur magazine. EQ is critically important to the success of business and must be embraced. This is a driving mantra as far as your leadership is concerned at your agency. What does that mean, and how do you do it?
I think the simplest way to describe it is you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and use them in that proportion in everything that you do. But I think more than that, it is about understanding that we are all about our own personal success. However that manifests, we're about personal success. So yes, I want to be successful, and I will be successful if I make everybody, brands, clients, products, companies around me successful. So really, we're very much about fulfilling potential. And if you look at it from a point of view of trying to fulfill everyone's potential around you, then you're using your EQ.
Isn't that just a very fuzzy female approach to management, Lynn Madeley?
Ask my staff if I have a fuzzy female approach to management. I don't think they'd count me in there. No, I think we're tough. I think it allows us to have much more honest conversations.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.